Welcome back to Slay the Princess. In the last episode, we went in with intentions to put an end to her. We took the knife, the voice of the skeptic and the hero and the narrator were there beside us the whole time. We changed our minds and decided to cut her free. And of course, the narrator tried to force us to kill her, so she realized what was happening, and we were resisting. And yeah, eventually she had a bunch of chains like around her and on her neck, and she cut her own head off, and we carried her out, and she thanked us. And we only need one more, so... Wow. That is creepy. I freaking love this game. Can't believe I spent so long not playing this after our initial, parts, episodes, so... Here goes.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
You know what?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
You don't know me, do you? Change is good. On Dark Souls 3, I always go with the fire ending because it ends the world and starts it fresh. People are afraid of change.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I wonder if the frenzied flame ending in Elden Ring is the same kind of ending as the fire ending for Dark Souls 3.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
To the cabin!
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty.
Yeah. We're going no blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light, and her voice.
Shouldn't have skipped her voice. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
This game, I've seen, like, the Steam page. I have this on Steam, by the way. I looked at their screenshots, and the princess can look really scary and crazy. I'm just a frickin' softie, and I have a sweet, beautiful lady in my life that I want to spend my life with. So I picture this being her. So whenever I try to kill the princess, I go back on my word, because I'm like, you're so sweet. How could anyone kill you? I don't care if you're evil. If you're evil, I'm evil too. So.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Although I'm pretty sure we already got the happy, the good, which ends up being really sad ending. I don't know what would happen if we tried to save her again, so let's try it.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Door's locked.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Are you the one that locked her down here, narrator? If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for her, easier for everyone.
Yeah.
Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
boy.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
All right. Let's go. And I'm not going to try and kill you.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are as the prince. Wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
I will not.
Stop that.
Something's
Run!
come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You don't care about me. I can't resist. Oh no. Shit.
Thank you.
Oh no.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Oh, well.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her armor.
Awesome.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor,
Oh boy.
your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath
Don't like the
you.
glowy eyes.
She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Witch. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
This
is
feels
a
way
cabin.
more ominous. Oh
And
no.
in the basement of that cabin is a
Do
princess.
you hear that roaring? That rumbling?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip
opportunist.
of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Yeah, the old brain fog. Let's go. No going back now,
boy.
guys.
Before you go any further,
I'm a softie and and all that, but I also finish what I started. I'm not an idiot.
she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay,
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
that's right. Time to be an opportunist. I can't imagine how the cabin looks on the inside.
The interior of the
boy.
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Great.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No going back now, guys. Let's check out the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
It's
You
gone.
reach forward and rub
time.
your hand against the cabin wall.
Take
I
the
hope you know you
blade.
take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to... Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs.
Oh.
She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Here we go. The witch.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
It really does.
The air smells of dirt and copper, It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Oh boy.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Was that a rhyme on purpose? Or a bit of a slurpus? I'm not nasty!
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
What?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
You know, it'd be really great if you rhymed instead. Like a true witch.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Whoa.
You descend the basement steps,
You got a
entering
tail.
the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Well, she sniffed us out immediately.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
How would she know? Cheater!
So,
You're a
we've
traitor,
dropped
man.
the pretenses.
What the hell?
Good.
Why is her leg hairy?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Wonderful. Oh, man.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah?
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Do you guys not know?
Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't.
Oh, no.
But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it.
Yeah, how did I
Won't
not
waste
realize
time
that?
fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Oh,
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
sure.
Is it all behind us?
No.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Okay.
Let's chat her up a bit.
Let us
first.
slay
Maybe
her.
we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember
You got a
having
kitty
tongue.
mouth. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. I'm sure you made mistakes. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. You don't say. Look, I know things got messy. I'm bigger for us. Oh, yes. Can't you get out of those on your own? Change didn't stop you last time. What do I get a feeling if you're gonna stab me in the back? I don't want to hurt you. Give her the blade? That seems like an awful idea. I like to be sure for my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time. I think you might be in danger. Danger to the world. No, that one's dumb. I want to team up. Let's try that.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Well, I didn't mean to stab her. Sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Thank you.
Oh, if you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay. I'm so wishy-washy. Well, let's see. Here you go. I didn't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Here's the blade.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote...
You would,
no.
Opportunist.
As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we...
Give it to her, sure. We're giving it to her. Here you go.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do.
Yep.
You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
There you go.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
I can be surprising.
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
Of course.
A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her.
Yeah.
Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Oh boy.
What do you think happens now?
Oh, you're like a cat person. How cute. That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. But now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do what you want. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful, and I actually want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me. I mean, no. Let's see. Well, I don't know what to do. Yeah, let's go with this one. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You want that? I don't. We can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
She's gonna kill us.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Yeah.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Yeah, I expected that.
What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do.
That's okay.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you.
You did it. Hope you're happy.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
I'm feeling kind of faint, lady.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, the thorn. Oh, interesting. Interesting, yes.
You're on
Whoa.
a path in the woods. I
What?
can't believe she actually stabbed us.
Yeah, well, she had trust issues.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Well, you're not the boss, opportunist.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
All right, buddy. Doesn't matter.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side
The
of anything.
smitten!
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
A visionary.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Very true, voice of the smitten.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Me too.
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Let us go, shall we?
What another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
All right, let's stick with reality. Come on.
Oh, are you now?
Well, maybe that is reality.
Great. So you've
We'll see.
obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually.
Yeah.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous.
Yeah.
So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Is it bad though? Or am I doing something awesome? This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Each chapter, more of the world changes in a more drastic way.
Someone's in there.
Pretty cool.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
He wants to keep us uninformed.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Romantic sigh. We're going to free her.
Please don't.
I don't care what you think, narrator.
You can't stop all of us, you villain. Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to saving her, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Let's see what she has to say.
You know, maybe I'm not wishy-washy. Maybe I just have the voice of the opportunist inside me.
Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy.
Like her legs did?
I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we? And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time.
Okay.
I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing.
Well, you're shisty sometimes, opportunist. No, we're not leaving. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are inside that cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base
Whoa.
of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
The root of the corruption.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at
cool.
all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't that... We gave it to her last time.
No pristine blade.
She can't still have it. Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
It's just the mirror.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
True. How do we even get down there? The only thing I see is the mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place, and that's why we haven't yet won her heart.
We're like
we must put our best face forward.
We're like a dragon, like a pretty, cool, cool, creepy dragon.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it? You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Well, I know we're unraveled and some other stuff,
Well,
so...
seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
I don't remember what else we are. Let's see. So, we've unraveled, we've withered, and we've grown. And I guess that's all that we are so far. Huh. Interesting.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
I love that sound of the wind. Let's go.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
You know, I think you're right, voice of the smitten.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here. I don't know what I want. I want to free you. I mean it.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Turn and leave. No. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
I didn't come here for no reason. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I am as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Oh. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
This game is so deep. Like emotional, relationship stuff, like trust issues, love, horror. It all connects.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us! She trusts us! Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Makes me sad.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
It would take a real monster to kill her right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
No.
I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count?
Opportunist.
Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free.
Make up your mind, opportunist.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to
You're
the
one of us
team.
now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
You have no honor, narrator.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
I hate you too. I don't care if I'm wrong or right in all this.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
I mean, I've thought about the alternate routes for sure, but in my heart of hearts, this is what I want.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends. Can we actually do that?
I don't know.
No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. Well, we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Well, too bad.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You
Yeah!
kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
We kissed the princess!
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that.
Happy ending?
Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance.
Of course.
If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently
True
up at
love's
you.
kiss.
Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
Yes.
That was nice.
Yeah. I just picture my lady. Whole time.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Knife?
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
Pathetic.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
We're free.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me?
I know.
What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Hand in hand, let us escape this land.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Me too. Here we go.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
It's time.
What do we do now?
We say goodbye.
Where's everything going?
Goodbye, princess.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yeah.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's too late.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. I'm a bird! That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you... me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Whoa. You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Every time I ask her something, the mirror breaks. I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
I was made to do a single task? Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet.
Oh.
The god I made to rid the world of death.
Cool. So I'm a failure. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
You said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Do you know the things just be worse? Do you know the things won't be worse if I destroy her? Let's see. Wow. Okay, new questions. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
That's okay.
Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You don't know that. You're delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? For all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
I don't like that.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is given them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Wow. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up.
Goodbye.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. Your narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Whoa.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death.
Oh, sorry about that.
Pay him no mind.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I am the Long Quiet. I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
What do you think I'm gonna do? Sway. There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
I think it's time for us to leave this place. But I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumbled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. I'm a little burb. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Yeah. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Yeah. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Girl! We beat it! We didn't slay the princess, we saved her! That was so cool! Oh, man. Well, we've wrapped up yet another series on this channel. I hope you've been with us since the beginning. If you haven't, I highly recommend going back to the beginning. It's real good. It's real good. I'm gonna let this play out. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you would like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. There you go, guys. Wow. is Slay the Princess. Once again, thanks for watching. This has been Slay the Princess. There's plenty more of this game to still see. If you feel like picking this game up, it's on Steam. There's so much replayability in this. It just depends on the choices you make. Thanks for watching.